Now to Libya, where the U.S.-backed government has called for talks after a rebel group seized a main oil port. The UN Security Council has proposed the formation of a new government to unite the divided nation. UN Special Envoy to Libya Martin Kobler says progress has been made in the fight against ISIL. However, major hurdles to political unity remain. CCTV'S Stephanie Freid met with the founder of Libya's first ever think tank. Is Libya on the brink of civil war? How can this crisis be solved? Let's find out.
Thank you for joining me. The question that people are asking right now, is Libya, in light of this oil refineries takeover, is Libya headed into civil war?
Certainly very close to an all-out civil war. I think we already are in the midst of a quite nasty one where the political motivations of military actors now is in full play. We have to understand this is holding a significant amount of political currency, a significant amount of economic currency, and now that is in the hand of a new actor or an emerging actor over the last 2 years, Khalifa Haftar, and the Libyan National Army that he controls, a set of militias and a set of military and other actors that are now moving past their stronghold in Benghazi and Al-Marj and pushing towards the west.
What would you say are the short and long-term solutions to the current crisis?
The real desire of the international community should be to quarantine those actors in the long term. In the short term, we have to realize that the actors that are in Libya, that are local players, have only been able to reach this kind of political height by being able to work with international or members of the international community. So other countries, regional countries, especially in the Arab world, have been funding local militias and local actors in order to progress and advance regional objectives, such as wiping out Islamists in the Arab world, or wiping out the Muslim Brotherhood in the Muslim world or the Arab world in North Africa, or on the other hand, to try and prop up Islamists or to try and prop up other Muslim Brotherhood kind of affiliates in Libya. So Libya is a very small country, but it's absolutely in the middle of a very, very big fight that is going well and above beyond just the capital in Tripoli or just Benghazi. This is something that stretches towards Iraq and definitely ends towards Morocco.
You also talk about quarantine, but would there not be a natural backlash to the sort of quarantine that you're suggesting?
Anything can be done, or at least anything in that direction of quarantining those international actors is better than doing nothing. It's actually better than doing the opposite, which is to work with local militias in the ambition of trying to shore up ISIS or to shore up human migration, and then to think, don't worry, tomorrow or next year or 5 years from now, we'll find a solution. There has been experience in Libya just as much as history has gone by. 5 years ago, those militias had no experience. Today, 5 years on, they're professionals. They're almost Harvard grads in migration, in criminal networking, in fighting, and this ambition is now so much more entrenched than it was 5 years ago. 5 years from now, it will be even worse.